fucking. Well, he's not in his basement anymore.
Nope. Quarantining, man.
The guy's fucking quarantining.
Guy's fucking quarantining, man. COVID. Positive for COVID. Bound to happen.
Out of all the people, man.
Couldn't have happened to a safer, more conscientious, compliant fucking guy. You do the shit full time and you haven't gotten nipped.
Dude, I'm ducking it, man.
And you must
be going like I'm ducking it like the Matrix, dude.
Fucking, you must be doing something right, because I'm not. Clearly, I have not done anything right.
I'm being safe, bro.
Yeah.
I'm masking up. I'm abiding by all the rules,
dude.
I'm being completely compliant.
I had a fucking mask. I had one of these masks, and then I had that under a baklava, and then a fucking face shield and helmet and all that. Right.
Oh, dang, it got you through all that. It went right in for the kill.
Yeah. It happens to the best of us, my man. It happens to the best of us. Well, good news.
It got Debo, bro.
It's not funny, man. That's not funny. So my biggest I got Debo. You're right, but I mean,
no, it's not. It's serious, man.
It is serious, and I was preaching that. I wasn't playing games with this thing, and these fucking pieces of dog shit out there at the Capitol are the ones responsible, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
And
I mean, all jokes aside, man, like you got to take it serious.
Yeah.
Like,
and these pieces of dog shit out here, these fucking traitors.
I mean, if you don't have to interact with a whole group of people, like,
and you don't have to, and you don't have to. You
know. Yeah, exactly. You don't have to. I mean, it's a lot of these people are going to these big, huge events, like you're bound to catch it.
Yeah. Well, the DC National Guard, they look out for their soldiers. They look out for their guardsmen. I got a nice little micro suite here, military quarantine lodging.
Oh, so they actually put you in quarantine.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep. So I was on the Hill Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then I came off a shift. I got tested Friday.
Mm-hmm.
Came back negative, but hold on. I got tested Friday, but it wasn't a rapid test.
Yeah.
So it hadn't come back yet. So when I had come off a shift, when I came off of my shift, because they were flip-flopping people, I came home, self-quarantined from the wife and kid, got tested Friday, a regular test at the Minute Clinic. And so Sunday, I'm self-quarantining in the basement lounge by myself. And Sunday I start feeling symptoms, flu-like symptoms. And I'm like, oh, fuck. Everything was good. Friday, working out, went and got a test, worked out again Friday. Saturday, worked out twice. And that might have exacerbated it, working out. I don't know. So Sunday I start feeling like all the fucking symptoms right away, except for I still have not lost my I still have not lost my sense of taste or smell.
Now, did you catch it after you got the vaccine, or was it?
So good point. So Tuesday, the 5th, I got my first Moderna vaccine shot.
Okay.
Vaccine shot. And then so when we all showed up in preparation for the Capitol, we all got our shots. I got my shot, my first Moderna vaccine shot. And then we were put out on posts, came in, put on posts, came in, put on posts, da, 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 da. So Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Friday, so Thursday night, come home, self-quarantine. Minimal contact with the family. Thursday night. Friday, go to Minute Clinic. But I self-quarantined. We just decided to, so I just decided to self-quarantine fully. Wore a mask and gloves, and I was still like, you know, had eye contact with the kid, but I didn't want to, but I didn't know because we were out there on the hill with all these pieces of dog shit, these white trash fucking traitors, not wearing masks out there. Yeah. So Sunday I started getting the full blown fucking symptoms, everything except for nausea, cough.
Did you have any shortness of breath?
Oh, and no, not really.
Okay.
Not really shortness of breath.
Just fever, chills,
like a minor,
body aches.
like a very mild cough, major body aches, major chills, major fever on Sunday. Major fever. Like the shit went up to like 101 at one point. So, you know, I just took like a regular, you know, Tylenol, severe fever and sinus. Took a Dayquil, took a Tylenol fever breaker reducer, took Advil. What else, man? Was that? It was like it was body aches.
Sorry, there's something going on with your audio and your video froze.
Oh, okay. Can you hear me now? Can you see me now?
Yeah. I don't know if something was lagging or a bad internet connection on your side.
Oh yeah, I mean,
you're like you could be in like a bunker somewhere.
Essentially. I'm trying to, you know, it's like trying to get a decent shot over here, but only so much I can do in this. I mean, it looks like a Holiday Inn, but I'm not saying that's what it is. But
yeah,
you know, it looks, you know, like got nice little decor, whatever. But but yeah, like still major body aches, still like minor chills, little bit of a cough. Didn't lose sense of taste or smell. Never any nausea. Some, you know, like a little bit of the diarrhea, a little bit of the shits, but I haven't shit right.
Your video is still breaking up.
Is it breaking up again? What the fuck, man? Can you hear me?
Your audio is not coming in clear.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, it just froze up again.
It just keeps going in and out. We're just gonna have to deal with that, I guess. I don't know what to tell you. Yeah, we're just gonna have to suck it up, man. I mean, let me see. Is there anything I can quit? I could probably quit like some other programs.
Maybe do probably.
What? Can you hear me?
If you have too many programs running, it's going to slow down your system.
Yeah. I don't know. I didn't have any other. I only had like 3 other programs running, but I quit them anyway. But anyways, yeah, man. So Sunday started getting all the symptoms. So then Monday I went to an urgent care and got a rapid test, and that's when they said you tested positive. So Friday tested negative on a 3-day test, Minute Clinic, you know, standard test, but Monday tested positive on a rapid test. So I called my unit and they said, okay, we'll quarantine you. No problem. So that's that. So doing my best to work out of the bunker here.
Yeah, I mean, that's all you can really do when you're in quarantine. You know, just try to stay positive, and I know it sucks. Yeah, like I mean, I had to quarantine for 14 days, and luckily I didn't have COVID, but I took the proper precautions because my coworker had tested positive for COVID, so they wanted to make sure that I was in the clear, so they put me in quarantine, for 14 days.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it sucks because you have to isolate yourself, and like, in order for me to get groceries and stuff like that, I had to use Instacart, and say if I wanted to order food or anything like that, I'd have to order out, and they would just leave it at the door for me, and because I didn't know if I had it, because I mean I didn't have any symptoms, so that was a good thing. I just quarantined for 14 days, and just took the proper precautions.
Yeah, that's all you can do.
I mean, that's how you eliminate the spread. Even if you did have it, you know what I'm saying?
Yep. I'm just over here drinking myself to sleep every night.
Because you could still be asymptomatic and then still test positive for COVID.
Yeah.
I mean, they give it to somebody else that has all the symptoms. Just because you are asymptomatic doesn't mean that you can't transfer it to somebody else and they have symptoms. It all depends on your body and how you react to it.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah.
It's just crazy that we're like 8 months into this thing, 9 months into this thing, and it's still going strong.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
there's been different strands that's came out, since COVID first started happening. We're like probably in like the fourth strand.
Yeah. Yeah, man. It's a real bum. It's a real bummer. It's just this year has been a real.
And it's seeping into this year, the 2021. Everybody
Yeah.
was like, "Oh, 2021's it's
Hey,
gonna be
listen. Hey,
it's
listen. When they were
different."
passing, yeah, man. When they were passing out the vaccines, they said like, "Oh, if once you get the second vaccine, do I have to social distance and wear a mask?" And the guy was like, "Yeah, after you get the second vaccine, you're gonna have to do this all the way till probably next summer or beyond. You're probably gonna have to everything that we did in 2020, we're gonna have to do in 2021."
Yeah.
Everyone got the second shot of the vaccine. Everyone got both dual shot. Everyone's gotten both shots of the vaccines. And then you're still going to have to social distance. You're still
Well,
gonna,
well,
and
the thing is, not everybody's taking the vaccine.
so fuck them. Then they die.
Like they have certain beliefs, whatever their reason is for not wanting to take the vaccine is on them. But it doesn't work if, say, 50% of the population is taking the vaccine. It doesn't work. You know, like you're still spreading the virus because only 50% of us have taken it. Where it's got to go in sequence. I get it. The first responders have to get it first, military, nurses,
But
doctors.
listen,
So,
but listen, even if you have had the second vaccine, you can still spread the virus. You can still spread the virus even if you've had the second vaccine.
mhm.
Like, if you come into contact with the virus, you've had the second vaccine, you come into contact with somebody with the virus, it doesn't affect you, but you can pass that to somebody else.
Yeah.
And then a third and fourth person got it.
I mean, just like when you get vaccinated, when you get the flu shot, you can still catch the flu.
Yeah.
I mean, the chances decrease obviously because you had the vaccine, but you can still catch it because it could be a different strand.
Yeah.
They'll get you.
Yeah.
We're going to be dealing with this for a long time.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's not going anywhere fast. You know,
Without a doubt.
I mean, we're probably still going to have to wear masks for a super long time, like probably forever.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. That goes without saying, man. I mean, it's gonna be like this.
Because I remember China was wearing masks a long time ago, like as far back as I can remember. I want to say like 10 years ago,
Oh yeah.
they were wearing masks.
Yeah,
'Cause
yeah.
I was in China in 2004. Um, but when I was there, I don't think I remember them wearing masks. I was in Hong Kong, and that's where a lot of the stuff came from. Um, but I'm trying to think back as long as I can remember when they started wearing masks. It was like when SARS started happening. Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's when they were heavy on wearing the mask. Everybody was wearing the masks on national television.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, look, man. I mean, it sucks. It is what it is. We keep pushing forward. We're still making the podcast, and we're still making music. And
yeah,
I
did you watch the national title game?
fuck no. The national what
Uh,
game?
the national championship for college football.
No.
Yeah, it happened last night. Alabama won, beat Ohio
Against
State,
beat
and
Ohio.
they're just talking about it because like they're putting like this as the greatest championship ever because of the pandemic and all the things that they had to go through and all the obstacles that they had to go through. Like I mean, they made a really good valid point on what the players went through and what the coaches went through because sometimes they couldn't practice. They couldn't be on the field all at once together. They couldn't sit and eat together. These types of scenarios that they had to go through and obstacles. But they still ended up playing like a full season, which Ohio State, they didn't know if they were going to even have a season this year. So they didn't really get started playing football until I want to say like October.
Right.
They only played 7 games and made it to the national championship. So they're just talking about the pandemic and everything that both teams went through and to complete the season and just not having all the tools and equipment like they're used to, in a full preseason, was pretty remarkable as far as like you're in the national. We didn't even know if they're going to have college football this year.
Yeah, I know. And we were watching a bunch of games with Bernie and Lomax in the stands. Like that's the best shit, man.
Yeah, so they had about 14,000 people in the stands last night for the national championship. Yeah, which Alabama won its 13th title and its 6th title with Nick Saban. So that's a hell of an accomplishment. I mean,
Yeah.
I wish it would have been a better game. They blew out Ohio State 52-24 was the final score.
You said Alabama beat
Ohio State.
Ohio. Title game, college football.
Yeah. For the national championship.
God damn.
Alabama won its 13th national championship.
Holy shit.
And they won it during a pandemic.
52 to 24.
Yeah.
Good God. Alabama Crimson Tide versus the Ohio State Buckeyes. What the fuck is a Buckeye? What is a Buckeye?
That's a good question. Ask Herb Herbstreit. Kurt Herbstreit. Ask him.
Buckeye. Buckeye. It's a it's like a chestnut.
Yeah.
Buckeye trees have special meaning. Huh. Buckeye candy. Huh. All right, they're like nuts or something. Okay.
Yeah, I thought it was gonna be a better game, but they pretty much Alabama dominated Ohio State on all spectrums.
All spectrums. All spectrums of the board.
That's right.
Well, listen, man. I've been cooped up in this fucking in this quarantine suite in my quarantine palace here, watching some movies. There is a film just been released called Shadow in the Cloud. Shadow in the Cloud is by far the epitome of the magic of filmmaking. Shadow in the Cloud right now is the best fucking movie out right now. Fucking rock and roll, badass, World War II fighter pilot movie, female aviator, female flight officer in World War II. This it looked pretty good. I was like, oh, this looks pretty fucking dope. A female aviator, female flight officer, World War II. But then the movie breaks it down for you, and it's like you really come to realize like how much they just didn't tell you back in the day, how much was not pop culture, and until people start doing research and you start discovering like who was really doing a lot of shit back in the day. But it's definitely fantasy, definitely action. But Shadow in the Cloud is by far right now the #1 fucking movie of this year. Fucking badass movie. What's her name? Grace Moritz. Chloe Grace Moritz. Chloe Moritz Grace. She was in Kick-Ass. She was the girl in Kick-Ass. I don't know if you ever saw Kick-Ass.
Yeah, I saw Kick-Ass a long time ago.
She kicks ass in this fucking movie, dude. Shadow in the Cloud is like viewers out there, man, and yeah, to the viewers, that's why Zombie SquadCAST has been on a little bit of a pause a doodle. I've been dealing with the capital bullshit and dealing with
on a hiatus,
on a quarantined hiatus. But listen, man, it's the new normal. We're able to make it work, through the magic of modern technology. But Shadow in the Cloud is the #1 fucking movie right now to check out.
And what streaming network is that on?
I think that's a HBO Max. I think it was one of those movies that was released in the theaters and on demand at the same time.
Okay.
No, what's
kind of like Wonder Woman 1984.
Yeah. How to watch Shadow in the Cloud. Hold on. Fuck. How to watch? You're gonna have to pay for it, but Prime. It's for sale on Prime. It's got a 76. It only got a 76 on Rotten Tomatoes, but fuck that, dude. Like, this movie is just like, this is like pure filmmaking. Like, it goes back to like the 80s, suspenseful, playing with space, playing with the characters, with the actors, with what space that they're trapped in or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit, man. I'm trying to think of another example. It's definitely like Jaws, but on a plane. You know how like at the second half of Jaws, they're just stuck on that boat, man. They got nowhere else to go but that boat. And in this movie, the second that plane took off, man, they had what are they gonna do? They're gonna jump out of a fucking plane? They can't jump out of a plane. They gotta find a way to like land safely, but good fucking. I don't want to spoil too much, man, but it touches a number of areas: fantasy, horror, suspense, action, war, little bit of military history, just to touch upon like the female flight officers, the female aviators of the the Second World War. So, Shadow in the Cloud, man, dude. I was watching this. Oh, dude, I don't even know where to begin, bro. But motherfuckers, they just gotta watch this movie, man. I'm telling you, you gotta watch this movie. The next time you come on the round table, tell me what you think. But so that then we can do like a spoiler alert episode and just talk about the movie, dude. Like, it's fucking badass, man.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to check that movie out. It sounds.
If you can find if you can find it cheaper, I think it's listed as like $19.99 on Prime.
Well, you have to buy it. You can't rent it.
You might be able to rent it for like the $4 or $5 or whatever.
I'll just rent it. Dude.
I didn't look too in depth on like the different options, but
you should definitely be able to rent that movie rather than buy the movie.
Did you see Wonder Woman 1984?
I heard mixed reviews about that movie.
I loved it. I thought it was fucking fantastic.
Like a lot of people were negative about it.
I mean, listen, man. I mean,
everybody's a critic, so
everybody's a critic, but not everybody actually makes movies. And there's only two people on this podcast that I know that makes movies, and that's you and me. So. It's not easy to make movies. It's real easy to fucking critique a movie. Oh, that shit sucked.
It was terrible.
Oh, it was too long. It didn't make sense. Oh, okay. That fucking guy, all he does is drink excess and eat excess protein powder and cuss and drive like a lunatic. Oh, okay. Perfect water. Perfect water. Perfect water. Yeah, man, this is gonna be like the worst fucking it's gonna be like the worst roundtable. It's like the quarantine episode of the show. I still have guests coming up, and since I'm on quarantine, I got a whole week that was slated for something else, and I'm just going to bring all these guests that I had to reschedule around here and there. I'm just going to have them on. I'm going to be like, hey, and they're like, what the fuck's going on? I'm like, listen, I don't know what to tell you, but life sucks, man. Like we have not been able to pull the trigger on one fucking second of Rogues and Sinister, with the exception of my scenes of my scripts. I've shot myself pretty much. I'm done shooting myself. I haven't been able to get you over. I haven't been able to get Pierre over. I haven't been able to get Connor over. So it's like, Jesus. The second you make one step forward, it's like you get pushed back 2 steps. 2 steps back. 1 step forward, 2 steps back. And you have to find like that. You have to find you gotta find that crack in that weird systematic universal aura to like push slip through that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you just gotta break through walls, man. Just take it for what it is, and kind of got to reschedule some things, shift some things around. You know what I'm saying? Due to COVID. I mean, everybody's doing that right now. You know, no matter what industry you're in, you got to do it.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, it's like you're right. And there's once you think you've shifted, once you think you've figured out, okay, this is what we can do, then another fucking wrench is thrown at you, and another fucking wrench, and another fucking wrench.
Just look at the NFL. I mean, how they had to switch up their game plan, you know, because they have multiple people out on COVID, you know, and they didn't even know if they were going to be able to fill the roster. They were picking up people from the practice squad. They didn't know who their quarterback was going to be for the week. So we got to change up our game plan. So it's not just like what we're doing. It's what a lot of people are doing, you know, or people that were out working, you know, now they're working from home or they're getting laid off and now they have to switch up what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, and have to kind of regroup or figure some things out because of COVID. You know, and now your situation now you're in quarantine, so now a wrench has been thrown in your game plan. So you got to kind of switch up a little bit, you know, and kind of just roll with the punches. So it's affecting everybody.
Yeah, and it's like before the setup, the setup in the basement studio was, like this, big thing.
Hmm.
I had like multiple monitors, multiple video sources, switchboard, mics. It was all in the basement. I could still work remote. I was, I
But
was,
then you had to set everything up outside, right?
huh?
You had to set up everything outside
For what, the podcast?
when you were shooting when you were shooting people
For the podcast or for the crime show?
for the crime show.
I haven't even begun on the fucking crime show yet.
Remember, you were planning on
Setting up,
setting up an
setting up
outside.
setting up an external deck, setting up an external studio on the back deck. Yeah, in the middle of winter, space heaters. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, so space heaters running. I got to deal with that. I got to deal with that sound. Okay, so now I got to magically figure out how to filter that out in the post audio. There's a way. There's a way to figure that out. What, too much bullshit going on here. And so now I got the space heaters, and figure out how to like filter that audio out in the master cut. I was doing that with the AC when we were in the inside studio when the AC was running, because there's a system that I can't turn off. I can turn off the AC/heater, but that I can turn the HVAC off, right? But
Yeah.
there's another thing that still runs, and so I had to filter out that hum. And so now I do that, but I can't. But what if there's like birds chirping out on the back deck? What if there's like squirrels or deer rustling through the fucking leaves on the back deck? But then again, here's the thing, right? Like I shoot you on the back deck, but then if there's a bad spot on your script, I just cut to the voiceover, or I cut to my shot, or I cut to somebody else's shot. That's the way I was doing it. That's why I always have 2 to 3 talking heads. I always have a voiceover, and then I have a dramatic reenactment. So it's like, it all works out, and I give myself enough editing leeway to like be able to work around it. But like with the podcast, I had like, it looked like the NASA, like it looked like Houston, Houston, we have a problem. NASA, whole fucking NASA deck over there in the basement for the podcast.
Yeah.
With the switcher decks, and I'm still working remote, but then it's like I can't even be in the house. I can't bring that shit here to this quarantine lodging. Bring my lap. So fuck it. Bring my laptop. Get a case of beer. I brought the same headset. And so I'm just recording the deck, and I'm going to do some, you know, minor quick edits. And, you know, whatever. Still make the show work, man. But it's all pre-recorded. Because before, with the deck,
Yeah.
there was like a good month where I was shooting live to YouTube. It was live streamed.
Mm-hmm.
Then, based on the way I was clocking in my guests, I was live streaming, but private. It was a live stream to YouTube, but it was private. But it would be recorded to YouTube, and then I would also record to deck, and then I would also do another backup on another deck. But it would be recorded live to YouTube, okay, but privately, and then I would release that video that recorded live at a later, like the next day or 2 days or 3 days out or whatever, on that general time frame, Monday through Friday, 1 p.m. And but yeah, man, right now that's what it's all about. It's just about making the show work, you know. And that's what this show's kind of about. It's about what we're doing and making what we do work.
Yeah, and there's so many people like doing these podcasts through this whatever streaming device that they got it running through. Like I've been seeing more of these, you know, Zoom type podcasts. You know, from celebrities to comedians to musicians playing music together, and they're all trying to make it work, which is really cool. That I think, you know, like everybody's becoming more virtual than anything nowadays, you know, because of the pandemic and you know, just utilizing your resources. Like I think it's legit. It works, you know.
Yeah.
And just to get, you know, multiple guests on, you know, from different cities, and that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, and you're pumping out tracks left and right, dude.
Trying to. I mean, I'd like to pump out.
A couple of tracks
I'd
here and
like
there.
to pump out more tracks, but right now I'm just trying to get my stuff, all the stuff I've been working on in the past year, is just getting distributed to every streaming service possible. You know, that's what I'm doing right now. Like, cause I mean, I'm good at like making tracks. Like I can make a track but I'm just not real good at like getting it out there. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm kind of working on and hooked up with this distribution company, and just to get my music all out there, you know, on every platform. Like rather than sign up for 50 different sites, create a profile. I mean, that's time consuming, and then uploading the track. Like I'd rather just have one service blasted out there, you know.
Yep.
It really is time consuming. Like, I mean, I had created like a Bandcamp page and a YouTube channel, IG, like Facebook. I mean, it's time consuming. Twitter, then you gotta post it all out there. Like now, this distribution company just blasted it straight up, and then I can just share that link on Facebook or Twitter, and it'll just go everywhere. You know.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
So that's what I'm focused on right now. Like I'm still working on this track. I'm not really satisfied where it's at right now. I need to remix it and then master it so it sounds perfect. So that's pretty much what I'm working on. Let me see if I can share it. I have
Just audio, no video. Just share audio, no video.
it's audio.
Yeah.
So if I can figure out how to.
Or you can share video if you want. I don't really care.
No, it's audio. If I can do share screen.
Well, you can choose, instead of share screen, you can choose. Hold on. I'll talk you through it.
I know I had it at one point. That was but because I was the host.
So
it was easier for me to do it.
So at the top, advanced music only, music or computer sound only. So if you go to share screen, and then at the top you got basic, advanced, and files.
Yeah,
If you go
share
to
screen. Okay, yeah, I got you.
you go to advanced.
Yep, yep,
Okay.
I remember now. Yeah.
Yeah. Zoom, baby.
So okay, I got that. So let me see if I can pull up the track.
This whole this whole war, a war at the Capitol. We're gonna have a war during the fucking inauguration.
It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
A fucking war? Yeah.
All right, you hear it?
No.
You don't hear that?
Nope.
All right, let me go again. Hold on. All right, let me go to. Okay. So this is just a rough draft. Just deal with it. You hear it?
Ooh. Yeah, I hear that. Yo.
Zombie Squad.
Oh shit. Ooh. Ooh. Is this a fall original? Zombie Squad original?
Yeah. I mean, it's gonna bump a lot harder when I'm finished with it. I just wanted to give you a little preview. It's gonna be a Zombie Squad banger.
This shit's fucking awesome. This is like future rave. Have you heard of future rave? That's the new fucking sound right now. Future rave.
No, I haven't heard of it.
So about 4 months ago, David Guetta came out, did a bunch of live shows in London and France, at like all these huge landmarks. You know, like you know that big museum in France, maybe the Louvre. I think it might have been the Louvre. Has that big glass dome.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He did a show there. Nobody was there, but it was live streamed. But he was there and like he did this whole show. But his whole David Guetta's new sound is what's called future rave.
Oh, okay.
That's his whole new thing. Dude, this shit sounds like future rave, dude. And this joint is fucking sick with it. What the fuck? Yo, what the fuck? What the fuck? Bro, I need this now. Can you like fucking email me the file?
It's not done yet.
It is done. It is done.
No, it's not even close.
Can I get this version though? Can I get this version right now?
No. I'm gonna master it tomorrow.
Fuck?
I'm gonna master this tomorrow.
What the fuck, bro? Holy shit. Dude, this is like the sickest shit you have ever put out. This is like the dopest shit you've ever put out.
Thank you.
Like, this is like future rave, dude. You need to look into future rave. But this is just like that. Future rave is like future 80s sound.
Yeah.
And like this is right up that alley, dude. All right. Once this episode's done, I'm gonna have to beg you more to like get this version. But
Yeah, this is just a rough draft of what I've been working on. So
All right, you can go ahead and kill it. Yeah, that's fucking fantastic, man. Dude, that is fucking fantastic.
yeah, it's a work in progress.
It's more than that, dude. That shit is fucking. That shit's fucking awesome, dude. That shit is fucking dope. Nah, dude, I'm excited, man. I'm fucking excited. Now that's that. Now that's the kind of shit that comes out of quarantine. Like, what the fuck? What? What? That dude, like I'm blown away, dude. Like that track is fucking vicious, man.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, dude. Seriously.
So like, I'm looking forward to finishing it. You know, 'cause I gotta master it, and then I'll distribute it, get it out there, and put it on all streaming devices. So try to really promote the joint, put it on YouTube,
Hey,
and
listen, I was
we'll
about
put
to
it on.
ask
We'll,
you.
we'll put it on our website. So
I was about to ask you, like, what have you been up to? That shit's fucking dope, dude. I
yeah,
don't know. I don't know what to tell you, man.
that's what I've been up to.
Yeah.
Is working on this. Um, yeah, I still got to record that other hip hop track, but I started messing around with that beat, and then like I just got into it, man. You know, I just started rolling. Then I was working on it in the machine, and then I transferred it over to Logic, and then I started messing around with some samples in Logic, on this on my keyboard, and I was like, shit, this sounds pretty legit, sounds pretty dope. So I started creating some sounds in Logic and Machine, you know. So yeah, that's pretty much it.
It's fucking fantastic, man.
So I'll be glad. I'll be glad when I'm finished with the track because it's been kind of giving me a headache. Because it's just a lot of work I had to put into it, fine tuning all the instruments, all the drums, and mixing it down, and putting effects here and there, and adding an exciter to some of the samples. Um, so that's time consuming, just to get it right. Anything you do with music production and music, it takes time and a lot of energy, and because I'm a perfectionist, so I have to get it right. Like I'm not gonna put it out if it sounds like crap. You know, it's got to be perfect. Like it's got to be like, okay, this track, it's it it's got to be like ready to play on the air. Type of thing. Like it's got to bang, it's got to bump. That's what level I'm trying to get at, man, with music production.
Well, listen, I mean, at the same time, dude, like it's just, it's you gotta do what you want to do. Like, there's too many people trying to chase a trend. There's too many people trying to chase a sound that someone else did. And admittedly, I'm guilty of it. I just said, hey, your shit sounds like future rave. And that's what David Guetta just came out with 4 or 5 months ago. Like, he was doing a bunch of live streams throughout the whole quarantine, and he, like, came up with this whole new kind of sound, future rave. And yours is right up that alley. But at the same time, like, I don't know if you follow that or not, but like, you nailed it. And that track's fucking dope as fuck. But like, so many artists or wannabe artists or has been artists are always talking shit about, like, oh, like the new sound is this. And it's like, yeah, but dude, what are you producing? Like, just produce something and produce what you want to fucking produce, and make whatever you want to fucking make. And if you like the sound of it, like I like, like your sound, you and Scotty LP's sound for like the longest was still like that old school early 90s hardcore rap, that like underground hip hop, early 90s to mid 90s underground hip hop sound, you know, indie rap and underground rap. And you guys ran with that even up until like 2015, that kind of sound. And it's like, dude, if that's what you fucking like, do that. The guys that are successful, the guys that actually produce, they're probably not making millions or billions, but they're making enough to like continue to do what they fucking love to do because they love to do it. They continue to do it. They continue to make money. They continue to do it. They continue to love doing it. They continue to make money, so on and so on. But there's always like people that are not doing it. Oh, but the new sound is this, but you're not fucking producing anything. You're not doing anything. You're not making anything. You know, sure, like I'm a fan of podcasts. I listen to podcasts. I never really foresaw myself as like a TV host, TV personality, podcaster.
You're a YouTuber, bro.
I never saw myself as a YouTuber, strictly a YouTuber. I always foresaw myself as a filmmaker, as an actor. But fuck, I mean, during the quarantine, like, what else is there to fucking do? We'll start again with the goddamn podcast. And a bunch of critics are like, what's the podcast about? What's the podcast about? What are we going to do? Like we need to come up with a strategy. I'm like, the strategy is to fucking do something, to put something out there.
Like, you don't consider yourself a Jake Paul?
No, I consider myself just somebody jumping online, jumping on video with some other Joes, other creatives, and just shooting the shit. And if that entertains somebody, then it entertains somebody. So be it. It doesn't have to be holy shit, you know, 1 million subscribers in a week type of material, but it's what else is going on, bro? Like you got to quarantine and you got to quarantine and you got nobody doing nothing, and still they're not doing nothing. You're not going anywhere. You're not doing anything. You're not driving anywhere. You're not required to report anywhere. You're home. So what are you doing? Oh, but I don't know what my strategy is. Dude, just jump on the fucking video and talk about something.
Yeah, or just make a beat.
Make a beat. It's not that fucking hard, dude. So I don't know, you know, like that's the difference between you and me and 80 billion others, man, is like actually doing something. But it's hard. I don't know, man. What's next on the agenda?
Is master this track and get it out there is my next game plan. So that's what I'm gonna do. So, and then work on something else.
Well, this track is dope, man.
There's a couple things I would like to do in the near future. Like, I'll probably just end up working by myself on this one, because I tried to reach out with some people, and you know, it's just really hard to collaborate with other people, and I think I'd be more successful just me doing it on my own. Is I have all the equipment here. I just bought another beat machine. It's just to start making my own beats and DJing a little bit. You know, just scratching with the turntable. That's pretty much what I want to do in the future. And then take this live at some point, some live shows. Shit, it would be cool to even like go on tour or something, you know, travel after this is all said and done. You know, hit a bunch of cities.
Can't wait to travel in 2023, bro.
Hit a bunch of cities and go do some live shows, you know?
Yeah,
you know
man.
What I mean? Like
Techchella live and direct in person 2023. Oh shit. I got a nosebleed.
Shit. Yeah, I don't care if it's 2023 because I would have a lot of tracks done by then, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, okay. Shit, you know how much material I'd have by then? Like, Yeah, that's what I'm looking into.
Well, I'm falling apart, man. I'm over here falling apart.
You're living the dream in quarantine, man.
Yeah, right, man. This is not the dream. This is a fucking quarantine nightmare, my friend. Quarantine nightmare.
It could be worse.
Yeah.
Only for
Hold
2
on a second.
weeks.
Yeah, hold on 1 second.
No, this isn't hooked up yet.
It's rough out here, man. It's rough out here in these streets, man.
It really is. Can you hear that?
Yep. That's more of a relaxed track of yours, man. Well, hey, yeah, man. I'll tell you what. This is what I'm gonna do. Durko wanted to be 45 minutes late to the show, so I'm gonna add him into the show, and then call the show, and then bring the show to the end. Bring the show to an end. So, all right, let's see if he's still there. And he's not even there. Boop, 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 boop. Durko connecting to the audio.
Dude, this beat machine is so cool.
Durko is connected to audio.
There he is.
Hey, Durko.
There he is.
There he is. Durko finally decided to join us 45 minutes late. Well, to my viewers, I hope we've earned the privilege of your time and viewership. I know my guests have. Durko is 45 minutes late, so he has not. But until next time, you know what to do.